Hi, I'm Kapital. You can call me Kyle. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, where you been, silly? A lot's been happening. I put myself through hell last week. You resonated very well with that. The feedback has been a bit too good. It's almost like you enjoy watching me suffer. Also, we crossed 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty fucking awesome. So thank you so much for your support on all of these videos. I'm really glad you enjoy them. It's giving me a lot of reason to keep doing them. Let's cheers to that. Joke's on you. I know how to open this time. Wait. First try. Cheers. To celebrate this first milestone on my channel, I wanted to do something slightly less physically demanding than drinking 12 cans of energy drink in one sitting, but something as challenging. So today, I've decided for the first time in my life, I'm going to bake for you. I'm going to be attempting two different types of cookies. One is going to be a hazelnut espresso chocolate chip. And for the ladies out there, we're doing a speckled egg chip as well. You don't know what a speckled egg is? I think it's just a South African thing. It's, okay, editing magic. It's an egg, right? It's a little sugar-covered egg and there's chocolate inside. Editing magic. And it's got like a little gummy center. You can't even see it. Because this is my first time, I'm feeling a little bit self-conscious, but I'm hoping that if you can create an environment for me to feel more comfortable in, I can master bake for you. I want to master bake for you on camera. Maybe you're stuck in lockdown, longing for human connection. If you follow the recipe in the description, we can master bake together. Whatever type of cookie or biscuit you wish to make is up to you. Flavors are endless. But the most important thing, as always, is the f***ing base. This is what you're gonna need. Butter, castor sugar, brown sugar, oh yeah, eggs, boy, some flour, some salt, some baking powder, and lastly, some vanilla extract. Step one, we're going to add the butter, vanilla extract, and sugar to my mixing bowl over here. So let's get that all in there. Nice healthy meal. I need two teaspoons of vanilla, and of course I need 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and of course I only have a 1/4 teaspoon, so I'm gonna have to use 8 of these. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh no, 3. Oh God. Don't worry, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good in post. What was that? 5, 6, 7. Oh Jesus. And 8. All right. 1 cup castor sugar. I need 1 cup of castor sugar. This is 1/3 of a cup measure, so I just need 3 of these. Let's go 1, 2, 3. And we need the same amount of brown sugar. So let me just yeet. Okay, same amount of brown sugar. Coming in for 1/3. Oop. Now that all of your ingredients are in the bowl, you need to cream them. I like creaming things by hand, personally. Sometimes you just really gotta get up in there. Give it a good cream. Be careful, it's a little bit messy if you're creaming a bit too hard, it could get a bit messy. But what do I know? I'm not a master baker yet. On second thought, as much as I love doing things by hand, sometimes it's a little bit more fun to use toys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right there. That's a good beat. Do you mind? No, wrong. Now that's what I call creamed. Next up, we add 2 eggs. I'm good at cooking. I'm really good at cooking. You just want to fold that in on itself. Give the mixer some room to work, you know? Get that nice and in the middle of the bowl, not on the outside. Because we're professionals. We know what we're doing, and baking is easy. Could have made this easier for yourself by using a big bowl. I hope you didn't make the same mistake I did. Isn't this the part where you just get like a child and you give it to them? Mommy, does obesity run in my family? No, darling, no one runs in our family. All right, step 3, we're gonna fold in the flour, baking powder, and salt. Okay, 2 cups of flour. This is 1/3 of a cup, remember. So we're gonna really get in there. The reason we're using baking powder and salt is because we're using non-self-rising flour, by the way. I'm an expert. I'm a brilliant chef and I know everything. Yo, this is, yo. Check that fucking sieve skill there, boyki. I don't even know what the fuck a sieve does in this context. It looks like everything just goes through the holes. So what's the fucking point? 6 of these. 6. Did you know that baking was invented by the devil? That's why there were the witch trials. Before baking, bread was just grown on trees. And then God created Adam and Eve. And Eve was created from Adam's rib and she ate the apple. And now we have to do this every time we want baked goods. That's a lot of flour. Check me multitask, ladies. You impressed yet? Hey boys, hate it or love it. This is what peak physical condition looks like. If you're following on at home, you're probably making a single batch. This is of course for a double batch, so everything is twice as fun to work with. I should do this more often. This is every weekend. I'm just gonna bake. My wife's gonna come home from a hard day at work and I'm just gonna be there like, honey, I made a YouTube video. You won't believe. She'll be like, did you breastfeed the kid? No, honey, I was baking up a storm today. My angel, here's cookies. I just give her this. And she divorces me right then and there and takes the children. What the fuck is this? Gonna get that salt and baking powder in there. So we need a half a teaspoon of salt. 1 and 2. And I'm gonna need 3 teaspoons of baking soda. So that's baking powder. We're not making drugs. 1, 2, 3. I swear this looks so familiar. Why have I seen this before? Baking powder looks like a fun night out in the northern suburbs, if you know what I'm saying. Why did nobody tell me that baking powder looks so much like you've spent a little bit too long in Tableview? Don't worry, Joburg, you can get it too. What's that place? Edenvale. What's your favorite place to do baking powder? Tell me in the comments. Who's your best friend who always has a stash of baking powder with them? At them in the comments. Cool, so while I was incorporating this off camera, the spoon broke. So, having a, that's when you know it's good. When the spoon breaks, that's good cookies right there. This was my favorite spatula. I'm so angry. Yeah, a replacement spoon in the house. We fold in. If I manage to break a rubberized spoon, I will be so mad. Because I'm making 2 different types of cookies, the next step here is we're going to split the batter and then I'm going to incorporate the different ingredients that we're mixing into it. So ideally, in the real world, you would probably have massive bowls, but I don't bake. I don't know if that much has been made clear. So I don't have massive bowls. Okay, I've split my dough into 2. I'm now going to put this back in the bowl so I can mix the espresso with it because I'm smart. Cold espresso, please, cold. Oh yeah, and that's the good stuff right there. In this orange cup, I've got little bits of 85% and almond chocolate, so we're just gonna, you want to get this nice and integrated. How's your week been? What have you put your body through recently? I mean, it smells good though. Oh, that smells like something I could drink. It doesn't look like something I want to drink. Yeah, that seems good. That seems good. And then this guy, we're just gonna get a little bit of the speckled eggs. This is a little pro tip, right? We're gonna make a little divot. We're gonna make a little nest for the eggs. That way, we can get nice and in there. Yo. Oh, I hate this so much. Fun story. When I was a child, it took me until about I was 8 years old to get face paint. I cried every single time. You know, like other 6-year-olds are running around getting face paint because like, oh, I want to look like a cat. I want to look like Spider-Man. Me? No, I didn't, because I hate mess on my body. So if you can imagine how much of a fucking great time I'm having right now. You know, all the stories are, oh, Kyle, come, we're gonna make cookies in school. No, I literally wouldn't take part. Here we are. I had to quickly go and wash my hands. I was having a bit of a moment, but everything here is incorporated. Next is going to be putting it onto a baking tray. Ideally, you have some baking paper. In my case, I'm just going to be using some oil to coat the pan. You want to use about 2 tablespoons of batter per cookie and kind of form it into a ball. So I'm gonna do that from both mixtures now. Get that on the tray. There it is. There are 6 gorgeous cookies. Now that this has been laid out on a tray with enough space between all of them for them to flatten out, we're gonna let this go in the oven, which has been preheated to 180 degrees. It's gonna go for 15 to 20 minutes. We'll be right back to check how those cookies came out right after this word from our sponsor. Are you a music producer looking for one-on-one tutoring with an industry veteran with 10 years of experience? Are you a super fan of Kapital, greatest electronic musician to come out of South Africa in recent history? Perhaps you're someone who enjoys his content online and you wish you had a way of supporting him directly. Well, my friend, join him now on his Patreon at patreon.com/IamDasKapital to get access to all kinds of behind-the-scenes exclusive content, one-on-one time with the man himself every single month to help you improve your music, or otherwise all kinds of added perks and benefits. Link in the description. Thank you to our wonderful sponsor for that great message. Go and support. I think it's a great cause. Check it out. We're back. As you can tell, I've cleaned up while the cookies were in the oven. But I'm quite actually excited to show you how this turned out. Let's get a little bit of a drum roll there. Can you believe Captain Chaos has pulled through once again, ladies and gents? Look at these. You'll notice that there was actually a bit of a hole in this one because it tastes good. And we have to find that out. We kept them in there for about 15 minutes and then gave them a bit of extra time just because they were still a bit soft. They came out as one giant cookie. I should have known better. Don't know why people do this for fun. It's the same people who ask you to choke them. I want to save the coffee one for last. So let's try the speckled egg boy, shall we? The jelly from the speckled egg really works well in a cookie. It was a bit of a gamble. I just assumed this would work well. And the salt is nice too, actually. It kind of underpins the whole thing in a really nice way. And I'm proud of myself. I did good. It's time for the fucking big boy. Espresso, hazelnut, dark chocolate chip. I'm a fucking genius. You need to see this. This has been sitting. That chocolate is so beautifully melty still. Oh, and it's 85%, so it's...
Thank you for joining me. You're the best. You're the best. What will I do next?
The recipe for today's cookies are in the description. If you go ahead and make the cookies for yourself, be sure to tag me on social media. Use the hashtag #I'mAMasterBaker. I look forward to seeing your submissions. I will be sharing the best ones. Most importantly, I just want to say thank you so much for the support on the channel over the past few weeks. It's been really rewarding to see all of the feedback, all of the comments, as I try different things. And I'm looking forward to making more things for you here on the channel. If you liked what you saw here today, scroll a little bit down, go ahead and consensually slap that like button for me. Please and thank you. If you want to see new videos every single Friday, go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you want access to my videos before anybody else, alongside behind the scenes content and special perks that I cannot even disclose to the public, in my description, you will find the link to my Patreon. But honestly, I'm just glad that you're here with me. Thank you for taking some time out of your day, and I look forward to seeing you on here again soon. Listen, in the meantime, until I speak to you, see you, or hear from you next, all I do need you to do, as always, is rave safe, stay hydrated, look after yourselves and those around you, and of course, I will chat to you soon.
Oh wait, check it, this act does Kapital here to rap my patron names. Here we go, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, we've got Matthew, we've got Simon. No one else pays enough to have their names said out loud.